Welcome back to my channel. It is yet another awesome new guitar day for me. I am super psyched to have finally received into my life. You've already seen it in the thumbnail. It is my new Italia Maranello Speedster. This is a guitar that I have been coveting, wanting, looking out for years now. I think it has been probably close to 12, if not 15 years since I first saw a picture of one, and it was a blue sparkle, I think 2-pickup version. The 2-pickup version is called the Roadster. There's a picture here for you of what that looks like. And I basically fell in love with that as soon as I saw it, and I've wanted one ever since. And without any knowledge of how they played, how much they cost, how easy they might or might not be to find, I basically just knew that I wanted one. And all of these years later, this popped up on eBay, and I've never seen one in yellow before. Obviously, I haven't been looking every day for one of these, but on and off over the years, I had been occasionally having a glance on eBay and other listing sites, and occasionally see one for a few £100 or one that's in a pretty bad condition or just too far away that was collection only, etc. All of these various reasons. Also, good deals occasionally popping up, but me not being in a financial place that I could actually afford it. So when this popped up, at around the same time that I sold a few things off, it was kind of perfect timing, and it was only about an hour drive away from me, so I just snapped it up, basically. What also helped me buy this was the seller didn't accept my first couple of offers on the guitar because he had it listed for £330, which is already pretty good, really. But it was just slightly more than I wanted to pay or was able to pay. So after some slight negotiation back and forth, the seller saw another pedal that I had listed on my account and asked me if I would be interested in doing a part trade. So that pedal was the Behringer octave divider, and he was willing to knock some money off the price and obviously cash for the rest. So I jumped on that offer, and here it is. So let me tell you about it. First of all, it came with a case, which is awesome. Kind of a hard, soft case, really. It's very lightweight, a bit rough and ready. It's been patched up by the previous owner, but it's basically a flight case, but with a kind of softer texture to it, which is kind of weird. But I don't think it's the official case the guitar came with, but it fits, and it came with the guitar, so I'm happy. So the guitar itself, it's awesome. It's really far exceeded my expectations. Obviously, the looks are the main reason why I wanted it. I love single pickup guitars and bright colours. So, of course, this was always going to jump out at me. Like I said, the blue is the one that I really had my eye on. And also, it's a colour that I don't think isn't really represented in my collection. So I always thought a bright blue sparkle Italia Speedster or Roadster, I was happy either way, would be the one to get. Until I saw this, and like I said, I have never seen a yellow one. I didn't even know they did them in yellow. So yeah, I was immediately thought, ooh, hello, that's a bit of alright. So let's talk about the specs, shall we? So it is a set neck, very nice cutaway there, very smooth, seamless to the touch. Can't feel any kind of join there. It's very smooth and I like that a lot. Huge cutaways here on both sides with plenty of access to the dusty end of the neck. All the hardware, I believe, is Wilkinson. I believe they did all of the hardware on these guitars. So I'm already an established fan of Wilkinson. They do great stuff. Wilkinson pickups are fantastic. I like a hotter pickup as well, and I think Wilkinson especially excel when it comes to their hot pickups, especially humbuckers. So this is nice and hot. It's got all the punch and bite. I'm terrible at describing sounds like that, but it is very punchy. The closest I can kind of describe it, I think, is kind of like a fatter telly kind of bridge sound from a telly. It's kind of hard to describe, but for me that's what it immediately reminded me of. So the wrap over bridge as well, also Wilkinson, very comfortable, intonated, obviously from the factory. It's a set intonation, so it's already perfectly set up for the guitar, which is cool. Although it does have some small adjustment screws here, so you can adjust them a little bit, so you can tweak it slightly, but I don't think it needs it. The previous owner, I think, has done a pretty good job getting it set up. It's slightly higher action than I would personally prefer, but it plays so nicely that I don't really care. I think I'll probably just leave it as it is. It's quite a wide neck, kind of like a Gibson. It's got a very Gibson-y kind of a feel to the neck, which I also really like. I'm being careful not to bang it on the table here. In fact, I might move back a bit. So, if I move back this way, raise my squeaky chair. There we go. Hate this chair. Yeah, so very wide, flat kind of fretboard as well. Quite a I don't know, a fairly shallow radius, I would say. Not sure what the radius is on these. Also quite a thin neck, which I also really like. I'm not a fan of baseball back necks, so that's great for me. And the binding is really nice as well. You get this black binding all the way around the top edge of the guitar, which is just, I think, just sets it off perfectly. It's almost like, I think, like adding a stroke to a text. So it just kind of makes it pop. And that is, of course, mirrored on the headstock as well, which is a nice touch. This is serial number 010, you probably can't see that, 010354, and it is in remarkably good condition. I'm not sure exactly how old this guitar is, but I don't know if Italia are even a thing anymore these days. Do they even make guitars? I haven't seen any hanging up in a music shop for Actually, have I ever seen one? I'm not sure if I've ever seen an Italia guitar in real life before getting this one. Wow, that's kind of an amazing thought. I hadn't even thought about that. I hadn't actually seen one of these in the flesh or in the wood until I literally went to pick up mine. So that's something. Obviously, just with the one pickup, you only get the one knob. There's no tone either, which is not for everybody. However, for me, I love the fact that it doesn't have a tone knob, because I always leave it on the absolute maximum anyway. In fact, a lot of the time I will be constantly double checking, triple checking the tone knob on my guitars to make sure that it's not been knocked slightly, that it is still on the absolute highest, most trebliest setting. It would be nice, I think, being a one pickup guitar, it would be nice to have the added tone control on here, just for, like, I don't know, a little bit more versatility, I guess. But really, this is a one-trick pony, and it is designed to do that trick extremely well. So this is basically a pure rock tone machine, and I think it's probably about time I plugged it in and gave you a sample of what it sounds like. So I'll say goodbye now. Thank you for watching. I am extremely psyched by this purchase, and also this brings my total number of guitars in my collection to 14, which is only about one guitar away from too many, but that's always going to be the case. So, without much further ado, I'm going to give you some sounds. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.